Hi everybody, it's Julie and I have got a box. So this is the box that my new storage came from because, you know, on top of everything else that was going on last week, of course, my computer storage was full. So I went ahead and I got one of these little goodies at Best Buy, and I am able to go ahead and put my information on there. So we're gonna start by making a cover using this little box. Now, last week, as a fun little thing, I started the journal using the HP Instant Ink box. And so that was kind of a way of me giving you something to do with the box. And I was going to go ahead and use that journal, and then I was like, yeah, that's kind of, somebody might think that that's not fair. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this box. You see, it's got a natural spine. You guys, this box is really nice and sturdy, even more so than that HP box. Definitely more so than a cereal box. And so thought, well, it's here. It's right here. It was right here. So we need to make three elements using a box. Okay, so this cover is probably going to be a couple of parts, but I want you to know that one of my box items is going to be my cover. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I have this awesome little box. I don't even think I need to do anything else to that. The other pieces of this box are pretty sturdy. Pretty sturdy. Yeah, I think that this is, these are more than what I would want to use in the journal as far as thickness. I think using a cereal box is going to be much better for me. So I'm going to have a cover. It's going to need to have at least 3 things on it. I'm going to go ahead and cut this cereal box. I'm going to line it up on the line here and cut it on the line. Okay, so there's that. And then we'll do this one also. Okay. Okay, so I like this thickness right here. I think I'm going to go ahead and kind of get an idea. It's 11 inches, so if I cut it at 5.5 inches, that would be in half, and that would give me 2 of whatever I'm going to make out of these. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that. Got that. And this, okay, so here it is. Let's cut it at 11 inches. And then let me see what I think of what we get out of, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go down an inch. Okay, can you see this? So I've got an inch over here, and I'm going to cut that. Okay, I'm going to go down an inch. I'm going to cut that. And I'm going to cut all these pieces. Okay, so there's those, and this can get put back. And so we have that. I haven't decided what theme I want to work with yet. So I'm thinking if I go with like the lace, or if I go with either fairy grunge or the lace grunge. Okay, these are the two of the digital kits from Dear Julie Julie. I think if I go with that, while I'm still deciding today, because I haven't totally decided what I want to do. You guys, yeah, I'm still recovering from the pet emergency. It's amazing that something like that can play with your mind. And so yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and add glue on to the glossy side of this cereal box. If you're having trouble with the glossy side of your cereal box, remember that and I'm just going to put it right in the middle because I want to make sure I'm on the lace. Okay. You can rough it up with some sandpaper to help make it so that it can stick. Of course, you could paint it with like gesso or something like that. You could plan to sew it. Okay, I'm just going to put these two together. Okay, and then let's go ahead and we'll grab. Ooh, I like that. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know. Oh my gosh, clover. Okay, so let's go ahead and on these, I'm going to put the lace on the back. Okay. Oh, but you know what? I'm going to put the lace on the back of one, but I have an idea for the other one. Okay, so we'll put the lace on the back of this one. Okay. I think, you know, the lace grunge is going to go with anything that I decide, because I was really thinking the daisy. But then today I kind of wasn't feeling it. So that gives, oh my gosh, that feels amazing for a tag. But remember, when you use something like this, it's going to be bulky. It's going to take up some bulk. And so, okay, so here we go. Okay, so there's that. And then we'll come over here and we're going to just go around like this. Okay, so that gives me that. And then, okay, so I need to add this, because these are going to be two different things. They are from that same size piece, but they're going to be two different things, okay? So okay, so this, yeah, you saw that, didn't you? Okay, so okay, so let's turn this one, let's put some more glue on it. Wow. Okay. We'll put it right like this. Okay. And I'm going to leave a little flap on this one. I'm going to grab my, well, these are my postal scissors. That'll be fine. I just wanted to, okay, and I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, I want to go ahead and I'm going to trim the corners of this. I'm going to use the smaller rounded corner. Okay, and there you go. Okay, and I have, I mean, can you tell what I'm making here? I am making a tab. Okay, so I've got my box. I've added some digital. That's one. Oh, this hasn't started yet. This is washi tape. I believe this was by Scotch brand, so they might actually consider it paper tape. But it's got that botanical on it, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to attach it. Okay, so that's two things. And so we are I'm trying to use up things in my stash. So I have this right here, this green. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to poke in on both ends with my fingernail. Okay. And I'll go ahead and go around. Okay. And then I'm going to put just a little dab of the glue on here to help hold it. And a little strip of glue on this side. Okay. Okay, so there's my first one. We've made a little tab. It's kind of generic. That is on purpose because I don't know what I want to make yet. Okay, so next I'm thinking bookmark. And so I think with the bookmark, I'm going to want to go ahead and go around and cut that down. Okay, so I have paper on here already. That counts as one. I'm going to leave this with just the cereal box board on the back. Okay, I am going to go ahead and punch this. I have my label reinforcements, and I did already color some during the Patreon. So I colored these with Vintage Photo, and I am going to put a little bit of glue, just, you know, kind of like insurance, just to keep it. I do have a bigger hole punch also that I could use, but I'm not going to. Okay. Okay, so there's that. Okay. So that's two things. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a little tassel to come out of this, like, you know, like a bookmark would have, like the old time book. I don't know if they still make them, but back in the day at the pharmacy that we went to, it was a treat to get one of these bookmarks. It had string coming through it like this, okay, and tied over. Okay, we'll do that in a minute. We gotta do this. I'm gonna do this with wire today. Sometimes I do it with the string, but I have some of the, I call this panel wire. It's wreath wire. They'll have these probably right now at your hobby stores, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Joann's, in the wreath making area. I have them in all different colors, and I usually have gotten them, except gold, at the end of the season. Okay, gold usually is gone, so, but green, white, red, blue, pink, copper. I don't think I have orange, just copper. I have a few different reds, and then I also have floral wire on a paddle. Okay, then my drawer down here, and I'm really loving my new setup for the craft room here, desk area. So I think Patreon's got a peek last month. I think you'll get the tour of the desk area this month. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to go ahead and go through the hole, come back, and then I'm going to tie it if I can. If I can't, then I'll cut another one longer. Okay, so just going to take my pieces and go through the hole here. I'm looking around because I usually have crochet hooks to catch things like this, and I don't know where my crochet hooks went to in the new setup. So yeah, crochet hook is a good little thing to have for catching things like this. Okay, yeah, there we go. I got it. Okay, so then we'll go ahead and cut the bottom strings. Okay, so this is going to give me a tag. Okay, so 3 things are done to it. I'm going to leave it at this because since I haven't decided exactly which digital kit, which journal I'm going for, but there, that gives me a bookmark, and there we go, and they kind of go together. Okay, so for my third one, I'm going to go ahead and again, I am going to round all 4 corners this time. Okay, so those are my corners. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to the mini ephemera pages in this is the fairy kit, the Fairies of Summer digital kit. And I am going to grab this one off of the mini ephemera kit. And I'm going to cut this off. And I think no matter if I end up using, you know, going with the daisy. Now, I don't know if you know, but these fairies, they are saying he loves me not, he loves me passionately, he loves me a little, which I didn't even know until I pulled out the fairies that they were also daisy-like. Okay, so there, I can go ahead and put that on there. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and add the fairy on top of this. Okay. Okay, then I'm going to grab my the little hole punch from the crocodile, and you know what, let's pull her down a little bit. Okay, and I am going to put a little hole. You know what, I'm not going to use that for the hole. I will use the pokey tool. Okay, so I'm going to put a little pokey tool hole right here. Okay, so I have a little hole in it. Then I'm going to come down here in my bling drawer. Bling, bling. And I'm going to find some of the bling tape. And let's measure around. You know what? I think we'll go... I was thinking this was thicker and I was going to put it on the edge. But I think we're going to be better off putting it like a frame. Okay. So we're going to have 2 that way. Okay, 2 that size. And then on the inside, ooh, looks like we'll have 4 on the inside. Cut these right up to the edge. Okay. Okay, so we have our paper, we have our image, and now we're adding our bling as our 4th thing. Bling, that's the 4th thing. Okay, I might have to make a different hole. Nope, looks like the hole will be able to be right there. Okay. So this could be just a little piece of ephemera, but I'm thinking probably a charm of some kind is what I'm thinking here. Okay, so let's go ahead, pull this down. So we were supposed to have a meeting tonight for one of our volunteer things, and it got postponed. So, okay, yeah, this, I think I'm gonna have this one go on the inside. Whoa. Okay, so I'm just framing the image. Okay. There we go. Then I'm going to go ahead and grab a gold pen. That way it's already on here, and put it through, you know what, let's go through the hole this way, just because I can see that side, right? There we go. I can still add something to the edge of that if I want to. And so the one thing I'm looking at, and I like the side that is on the inside better than the one that's on the outside. So I'm going to go ahead, take this one piece off. I'm going to add some glue because I've now compromised the stick of this. And go ahead and get that up and around there. Okay, so there I have that. And then I'm going to grab my Glossy Accents. Remember my Glossy Accents, long since compromised. I put a pin in it, and it got yucky. I need a new bottle. But so I'm going to fill the well of this with Glossy Accents. Is there something that you use to do this that we should know about? Something different? So I'm going to fill this in. You guys see me do this. I love to do this with like bottle caps, and I've done it with making a piece of jewelry that had a large round piece, and I backed it and sewed to the, okay, so there we go. So using the box, I went ahead and I have made my little charm. Oop, got a little air bubble right there. Just poke it with a pen. If you notice, as it's starting to settle a little here, and I'm noticing there's a piece here that doesn't have any liquid. I'm going to fill that hole in and come over here, go down the edge, down the edge. Okay, so there we have that adorable sticker. Part of me just says go ahead and make this be a fairy journal, and grab one of the Bookmark girls. I think we'll take her, and we're going to put her on the Bookmark. So I guess I am committing to making another fairy journal, summer fairy journal. So don't forget, all of the digitals in the Dear Julie Julie Etsy shop are on sale for 50% off through the 7th of September. So all of the digitals, the Christmas digitals, the fairies, the spring, the summer, and I'm going to try and show you little bits of different ones for the next few days. And so, oh, I like that. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put that down. See, and while I'm making this, I can go ahead and continue to make items for the little journal that we started out of the box. Okay, so this can go on here. Okay, well. Okay, I think we'll go ahead and grab a piece of this. Right here. So this is for the September Stashbuster Junk Journal Challenge 2021. If you are interested in knowing more about our challenge, the link to the details videos in the description box down below. This digital kit that I'm working with, it was a VIP gift to those who finished their July journals. They received the entire Summer Fairies digital kit as their gift for finishing their challenge journal. So here we just added a little bit of bling. We added some of the washi tape. We have those and that. And then on here on the little tab, how little do they go this time? Sometimes they get pretty small because I can use even like the pieces from down here. I mean, now that I've decided, I kind of like the Forget-Me-Not postcard here. So this is the mini ephemera page. The deluxe, digital deluxe journal kits from DearJulieJulie. Most of them will have a mini journal kit and they'll have the mini journal ephemera. So you see you've got little tiny pockets and little tiny fun things to use. There's that. There's that. And I think I'm going to go ahead and cut this because we did such a good job of putting that glue right there. This doesn't want to go up underneath. I'm going to put this little piece on here. You won't see the fairy. You'll know about it because you'll have seen it in other places, but you'll see the Forget-Me-Not. And then I think while we have this out, let's go ahead and we'll add this. Okay, so this is what you're going to see from the other direction, and we've left this right here so that that can post onto the paper page of the journal. Okay, so I think that's really fun. I think, you know, while we're here, let's go ahead and post this on, put it on the other side. Okay. There we go. And then I have one more thing I want to add because I still have time. And I'm starting to feel better. Yay! Let's see if I can get this open. Wow, I might have to go shopping. Those are both really low. Can add some fingernail polish remover to them. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and add just some touches of this fingernail polish. Make sure if you're using it, you have a good ventilation. Okay, and then I'm gonna put a little on her wings. And I'm like painting it on. Okay, and then I think we'll go. The fingernail polish, because of the clear will dry clear and sparkly. Okay, here's some more. Let's go up here. Here's some more flowers. Okay. This one says, "He loves me a little." Okay. Okay, so there we go. I don't know if you guys, I am not a big fan of whatchamacallit, distressing. So I probably won't distress, but I am going to add some of this on top of the forget-me-nots. Okay, there we go. Okay, back to our little box. And I am going to go ahead and take some book pages and cover over so that we don't see the blue through whatever I put down. I am going to use the bottom of my Tombow Mono liquid glue. I'm just going to go ahead and put glue all over the glossy side here. I'm fine if the paper here shows through. Look, it's almost long enough. So there's that, and I have a piece of scrap paper here. I'm just going to put that down on this end. Okay. Then I'm going to trim it down. Now I'm still not sure that this is the cover that I'm going to use. I don't know if I'm going to, but since I had started to make the cover for you, we will make a cover out of this box. Okay, so there, we've covered the cover. Let's go ahead and put that in there. I think one page is going to be enough. Put that in my papers, not in my trash. And I have chosen a piece of fabric from my stash, and I'm gonna put it on here. I want some of the flowers to show in the front. So I'm thinking if I pull it over here, so let's go ahead, we can cut this. Okay. And then we'll save that because we'll be able to use it for something probably. And let's go ahead and again cover this with our Tombow Mono liquid glue. If you have a favorite glue, go ahead and use whatever glue you love. I love this glue. I can use it for pretty much everything. I tend to go to my fabric tack while I'm videotaping, just because it dries quicker. So it's kind of dial-up glue and fast fast internet glue here. Okay, so let's go ahead and make sure there's no stringy strings, and I'm gonna go ahead and lay this down and flatten it. Okay, there is actually a line in this fabric. It's cool. Okay, okay, so there we go. And I am gonna go ahead and cut this and rip it. It was bigger than what I wanted. Okay. I'm gonna come in from this edge. I really got to get the fabric scissors back in here. And over this way. We're gonna do this all the way around. So technically this already is two things that I'll have done to this cover because I put the book pages on here. But we're not going to count that as an embellishment. Now, let's see. Okay, let's do the two sides first. If there's things, you know, writing or stuff on the middle here, then I would go ahead and take care of that. You want to try and keep glue off of your fingers when you're doing this. Okay, over here we've got a bigger piece, so we're going to come out a little further. Could cut it down. And if I had the fabric scissors in here and I wasn't videotaping, trying to get this done before Tom got home. Okay, so there's that. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to come down here and I'm going to go across the bottom or the top. Haven't decided which is which yet. Oh yes, I have. The flowers will be on the bottom because flowers grow up. Okay. That is usually, I pick which way it goes by how I want the cover to be. That makes sense, right? Go ahead and clean my fingers off. This is real time here. Clean the fingers off. Okay. Here we go. think I'm going to use this fabric also for the cover of the beach journal. I'm working on a beach journal. Well, I guess I worked on it a long time ago. We found it yesterday when I was looking for something to use for the craft with me with the Patreons. I found a journal that I had started long time ago. So I'm going to cut that, you guys. I'm going to just, okay, and then I can put the fluff under. Yeah, okay. So there's my little book. This is going to be my cover. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and let this dry. And so I did do 3 things made out of a box. And then this is the beginning of a 4th idea. Remember, at the end of this video, I will have how I made this cover out of an HP Instant Ink box. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and set this down and let it dry. And so you'll see the cover come back in another part, and we're just going to have to do it that way this time. So there you go. Okay, our cover is dry, and we are going to go ahead and work on the inside cover. And I am going to go ahead and use a piece of this is from the bed sheet that I used in one of the other videos, and I'm just going to go ahead and trim. And what I did for this is I just went ahead and I just crunched it, because otherwise these scissors I think I'm going to town today, and maybe I'll go in a little early and get some new scissors. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put that down in the center. Then I have chosen, these are going to be my, well, these 4 for sure. And then maybe this page, I think I can use this part. This is not really the right color, but these are going to be my 5 scrapbook pages. And I think this ends this paper pad. Dun 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 dun. I think. And then I'm going to use this postcard set from the Summer Fairies digital kit, and it has quotes on it, but I think I'm going to use this area. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to use one of these pages. Okay, first let's go ahead and put this down. Okay, so I'm going to use the bottom of my Mono Tombow liquid glue. And again, I'm using the box that my digital storage came in. So I'm able to take all my, I took all my digital kits off that are in the Etsy shop, because I can retrieve them from there and put them, because I'm still, this digital stuff, tech stuff scares me. Tom's like, just do it. And I'm like, it took me a week to go ahead and to actually delete the stuff out of my computer. I put it on the thing, but I was afraid. So, but I did finally, and I finally have some room on my computer. Okay. So that is down, and go ahead and get the glue off my hands. because otherwise I'll be sticking to everything. That's just no fun. Okay, so that is center. It's fabric, so it's going to give me some more sturdiness. Okay, so now let's go ahead and we're going to take this paper and I'm going to use this as my inside. So I'm going to mark it right there where the stem is. Okay, so mark right here where the stem is. And we'll go ahead. Okay, there's that. I'm going to mark it where this and cut it where the stem is. Okay, so this is, it's double-sided paper, which is totally awesome. And so now I need to mark. Okay, yeah, we're good there. So now let's mark top to bottom. That'll give me the front piece. And no, I'm not measuring. Okay, so that gives me the front piece. And then let's see how we are. Yeah, we'll be fine here. So let's go ahead and I do my front cover and my back cover measurements separate. And even just knowing that I may have had to cut a second piece if that measurement would have not been correct, because I used the same piece for there and there. Okay, so that gives me that. Now I'm going to come to my postcards. Remember, my printer on my cardstock has been I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get a good, has been pulling the paper late. Okay, so I've been ending up, it's right flush here and it has an extra long edge there. Okay, so I do want to go ahead and I'm going to cut that down just a little bit more. Okay, I'm good with that. Okay, so if I put the quote in, I'm going to have a taller pocket. If I don't put the quote in, I have a shorter pocket. If I, yeah, okay. Okay, so we're going to go below the quote. Okay, so I'm below the quote. And this is what I'll have left. Okay, then, okay, now we're going to go ahead and come over here and line this up and see that we're going to come in. Let's cut this right at the forget-me-nots. Okay, that's how I measure. Cut at the forget-me-nots. Okay, there we go. So we'll put this up here. We'll come right back to that. Okay, put this up here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take out my scoreboard. Did I ever get the little scoreboard? I got the little cutter. I'm going to have to find me a smaller scoreboard because I don't want to take this big gigantic thing out every time. Okay, so I know that I want to score underneath the piece right there. Okay. That's what happens when you don't put your tools where they go. You pull it out and not there. Okay, so this one, I think that will be good. I'm going to go ahead and score underneath the quote. Okay, so I scored underneath the quote. Then I'm gonna take this and let's go ahead and figure out. So I'm gonna mark it here and I'm gonna mark it here. Okay, so I'm gonna score here. And then on this one, I'm gonna score a little outside of it to make sure that I'm inside my page, okay? Then I'm gonna cut the squares out here. Remember we talked about this in one of the other videos, that once you learn how to make one of these pockets, you don't need it to, you don't need the pocket itself to show up in your digitals. You'll be able to make these pockets out of anything, okay? So, okay, so for our cover, we added book page, we added fabric, now we're adding a digital, okay? You know what, for these, I'm also gonna go, I should have just gone ahead and done this. I'm gonna cut it at an angle, and that way we won't have any extra bulk behind this. Okay, so this is gonna go behind, so I wanna make sure that I have the back. Okay, I am gonna use the fabric tack because it will dry faster. And put that in there. So all the way around. I'm going to hold this. So with these miter edges, you see, you could go ahead and you could make a card like that. Okay. Now, we're going to go ahead and, since we're adding this to fabric, I'm going to use the fabric tack. It will get on there faster. And it will stick because we're sticking this to fabric. Okay, so then we're going to go ahead, set this right inside, and put it on. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing for the back page. We'll go ahead and fast forward that. So yeah, so here we have the inside of our cover. I love it. And I love that this all matches really, really, really well. Okay, so we're going to take this one. Making a pocket like this around your outside piece gives you more room in the pocket for adding things, okay? Because you don't have your seam, your seam isn't made smaller by the glue. Okay, so there's that. Make sure that this is down, and we'll go around the outside of this, and we will have a cover. Okay, so using a box, we've made this cover. We added book pages to cover up the blue that was in the cover so that that wouldn't show up. Then we covered it with a piece of remnant scrap fabric from my stash. Then we used a piece of the bed skirt that we are using for the other little fairy journal. And what might happen here is that as I'm making my embellishments, I will probably make some for this journal and some for that journal, because they are close to the same size. Remember, that journal was made out of, okay, so there we go. There's my journal. That one was made out of the HP Instant Ink box. So put my tools away. Okay, and so this has been, the element was the box cover, and then we needed to embellish it with 3 items at least. So we have added the book pages that you can just barely see. That's what the lines are there. So the book pages, the fabric, paper pad, bed skirt, and now the digital images from summer, Fairies of Summer. Okay, remember that the digitals are all on sale for 50% off. All digitals in the Dear Julie Julie Etsy shop. That includes the flinch card kit. It does not go on sale very often. This is flinch card printed at 3.5 by 5. So your flinch cards are your regular size, and the Dear Julie Julie flinch card kit comes with the numbers 1 through 31. So if you are doing October daily or December daily, then they are great for using to mark your pages. So just wanted to make sure that you knew that the flinch card kit was included. Of course, the Summer Fairies, which I believe it has like 61 pages, and that's the kit that I'm using here. So these are some of the mini ephemera pages. This is just part of the kit. Okay, so it has a mini journal kit. It has postcards and wallet size and large pages. So tags. It has all the great stuff. Okay, so there we go, and I'm going to keep watching that. But I love it. I absolutely love it. We made a cover out of a box. And we also made our bookmark tag out of the cereal box. And it's going to be a perfect fit. We made our little double-sided tab also out of the cereal box, and we left this of the cereal box. And we made our little charm out of the cereal box. It has now dried, and it has that fun glossy look. And so those are our box items. B in Stashbuster was for box. We actually showed you 4 different things that I made out of a box. So just so you can check it out, we also have the The journal that I made last week, or I'm making, and I started it last week using the HP Instant Ink box. And I will put the video for this. It'll be up here for you to watch next if you'd like. And yeah, so find something to celebrate every day. Make sure you go watch one of these videos. If you're interested in joining our Stashbuster challenge, the details videos in the description box down below. Don't forget, September 1st through September 7th, all the Dear Julie Julie digitals are on sale in the Dear Julie Julie Etsy shop, so do check that out. Have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye.